here with another video. And okay, so in this video, I'm going to be singing my song Home. I wrote it and I created the melody, and then at the end, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And yeah, hopefully this goes well. So, I'm doing this because I'm having technical difficulties with my phones and computers and everything. So, live is just the best way to do it, and then you won't think if I edit it out or anything. Also, that's another one. Okay, so here it goes, home, and then and yeah, all right. I got my Barbie shirt on from my birthday month. That's one of the gifts I got. Okay, so here it goes, home. Yeah. I'm ready for the road with steady pace. I've waited long enough, stayed for you. I'm done with those days. Every second is a moment I cannot erase. They have filled me with these thoughts that keep me in one place. There's a world out there I need to see. Inside's no place to be. Tell me what you need to know. I'm already set to go now. Off to play I go. Off to play I go. With one foot the other one goes, and I'm running out the door now. Off to play I go. Off to play I go. These words are scary if you wait around. These words are familiar with. Take this chance. I'm leaving now. Lost and hidden by the feeling. It's how the story goes. Faith and trial wins denial. You'll be the last to know. Take me somewhere easy to forget how these walls are caving in. Tell me what you need to know. I'm already set to go now. Off to play I go. Off to play I go. With one foot the other one goes, and I'm running out the door now. Off to play I go. Off to play I go. Stuck in the comfort you have made for me. Absolute detriment, all I feel quicksand at the feet. Live the life out of your time now before you're left without. Risk the fear that it had taken, being kept in doubt. It's a surprise for what may happen next in this plan of sequence events. Tell me what you need to know. I'm already set to go now. Off to play I go. Off to play I go. With one foot the other one goes, and I'm running out the door now. Off to play I go. Off to play I go. Tell me what you need to know. I'm already set to go now. Off to play I go. Off to play I go. With one foot the other one goes, and I'm running out the door now. Off to play I go. Off to play I go. If home is where the heart is, you never need to worry. The home is where my heart will stay. Okay, that was home. Oh, I thought I did. I thought I had a viewer, but nope, it's still at 0. Okay, so I'm so glad that I sang that. So yeah, that is home. I hope you liked it. And okay, so now let's talk about it. So I wrote some things down that I wanted to say. So okay, let's start off by talking about the storyline. How did I come up with this? So a friend told me, somebody I knew told me that her parents were sabotaging her job, and they were trying to stop her from leaving home. So, they were lying about her. They were spreading rumors about her and just messing up her and her employment and things like that. So she told me that, and it just, it's crazy how those things can actually happen sometimes, And I think it's called manipulative behavior from the parents. So let's say you want to leave the nest, you want to leave home, you want to move out, and the people that you love the most sometimes are the ones that are stopping you. And so I also, originally the song was going to be about going off to play, right? So that I started off with the chorus, and so it was going to be about going off to play, having a good time, letting go of all these thoughts in your mind about, sometimes we go to the beach, and some people go to the beach and they don't play in the water, or they don't play volleyball even though they really want to enjoy the beach and these fun activity, these active ways, but they just feel like they can't. They feel like it's childish and things like that. So the song was going to be about going off to play, having a good time, and forgetting all your cares, and just being a kid again. But then this thought in my head came off about, what my friend told me. And at the time, I was also thinking about moving and leaving my home. And I was thinking, could that be happening to me? Is that a possibility? You never know, right? So I was just thinking of that. And and how what if that was to happen to me? When I write, I like to make up stories. I like to create different scenarios in my, whatever comes to my mind, and then I just piece it all together. So I was thinking about, what she told me, and all these thoughts surrounding, what if they were doing that to me. Then I saw the movie Tangled, which is a different version to Rapunzel. And I was just going with my feelings and how I felt, and I just started writing, and then pieced it together about trying to leave the home, but you can't. And Tangle is about that, because Rapunzel, her mother was keeping her locked up in the tower, and nobody knew where she was, and she was like, she was kidnapped. And nobody knew. And so thinking about the what my friend had told me, everything that I was thinking, thinking of the movie line, it was just worked out perfectly, along with all my thoughts, of horror, if that were to happen to me. So yeah, the chorus. I'll start off talking about the chorus. Is you know, let's see. So the chorus is about trying to leave. You're trying to leave, and the house. You're trying to leave your home, and the person is stopping you. And it's like, I made my decision. I want to leave. I want to go. So don't stop me. I don't have to tell you where I'm going. But if you have to know, I'm going off to play. And the first verse. I'm looking at my sheet here. My first verse is the introduction to the story, letting people know the reasons why I want to leave, why you might feel that way, why you should leave, right? And let's see what else. I think I feel a little bit more nervous going live. I don't know why. And yeah, so it's the introduction to the story, why the person wants to leave, the reasons why they should, what's going on with them. Then the chorus starts again, and then it talks about what the problem is that the person is facing. Verse 2 is more in depth to the story. They've been in the situation for a long time. They know the woods that they're in, like Tangled, right? She was lost in the woods, and she knew them well, but they're stuck. They're stuck. They can't get out, and but they can't give up. They have to keep going. They have to keep fighting, and they have to push through, and stay faithful that that they can. There's a way out. And verse 3 is realizing just how bad the situation really is, and giving yourself reasons why you should go. So one line is, live the life now of your live the life out of your time now before you're left without. So you don't want to be old, at old age, in this kind of situation. You know what I mean? Like, your time is now. Time is now. Live the life that you have and make that decision to have a good life for yourself. Then the other one is, risk the fear that it had taken being kept in doubt. And that line, I'm saying, there's a certain amount of fear that a person must feel in order to stay in that situation. And, that fear can blind you from seeing the truth, and it keeps you locked in there, where you don't want to be. And so you have to risk that fear, risk the fear that kept you where in that situation, and leave, risk it, and, go. And so that way you can feel at peace, you can be happy. So that's what that line is. And then the last line of that verse, I say, um, it's a surprise for what may happen next in the plan of sequence events. And this song, that line, I'm saying, we can plan our whole life out, what we want to happen, think will happen, we could plan our whole life, and then things just don't turn out that way. And, it's like, don't worry. It's okay if things don't go according to plan. It's a surprise. It's a good thing, for what might happen next. So it's a good thing that, if that happens, it could be a surprise now. It's a good thing. Whatever happens next is a surprise. So don't worry. It's a good thing. That's what that line is about. And then the ending, I say, if the home is where the heart is, you never need to worry. If the home is where your heart will stay. And I was thinking of Tangled at that point because, um, she lived her whole life there at her home, and it wasn't even her home. Her mom had kidnapped her, and her mom didn't want her to leave because she didn't want her to find out the truth about, who she really was. And so I was thinking of her because it's saying, if this is my home, if the home is where the heart is, this is really my home, then you never worry if, if my heart, if this is really my home, then you wouldn't worry about me leaving because the home is where your heart is. And this is, so wait, let me see what I wrote here. um, if it was really my home, you wouldn't worry about my heart being here. It would be here, and you would know it. So that's what the song was about because her mom, her mom didn't want her to leave her home because she knew it wasn't really her home. So if you know that this is my home, then you wouldn't worry about me leaving it because my heart would be here if it really was. And I was, even in these kind of situations, it could really be your home. You could really have been born there, and it doesn't feel like your home because of the way that the people, the other person has made you feel. So, it's not your home, and if they know that, they know it's not, and that's why they want to keep you there from finding your own. Just like Tangled, she, from finding her real home, she kept her in this where she was in her tower. So yeah, that is what that line was about, and I'm trying to think if there's anything to say. Um, but yeah, it's just scary to think that something like that could happen to you. But you have to wait if you like find out. Sometimes, oh, I keep thinking people are joining, but they're not. Just my imagination. Um, but yeah, sometimes you hear about these different things that go on in this world, and sometimes you have to think to yourself, could that be happening to me? You never know. Nobody thinks that it would happen to them, and then boom, there you go. So then you find out that it is. So, but for me, I was just going off on what I was, just in my head. Could it have been? What if it was? And and stuff like that. So yeah, that's really what the song was all about. Hopefully, I explained that really well. Um, yeah, it's kind of like a scary situation. Things like this do happen. I'm not really too sure of the term of it, but it's called. I know they were saying something about manipulative behavior, where the parents or people try to manipulate your decisions. So one of them could be leaving the home even though you're ready, making it really comfortable for you to be at home, taking on all your responsibilities instead of, teaching you how to fend for yourself, things like that. Um, and yeah, hopefully, I've enlightened you on situations similar to that because you never know, it could be happening to you. And I think there's like so much more that I wanted to say. But for me personally, I like the idea of, there's some, if you've seen like, like royal families, they all live together. They have their mom, their uncle, their sisters, their grandma, their nephews and nieces all under the same house. There's some cultures, like let's say like there's some Indian families, some of them believe that it's good to live with your family. There's a lot of families like that. And in all different nationalities and religions, things like that. But so I personally I like that idea, you know what I mean? Because I found out that actually if you're a person who lives, with their family a longer time, they actually are less likely to, let's say, have a relationship or get pregnant, or if the people that go on off on their own actually are faster to have start their own family because they're alone, and there's a higher risk of depression because you're by yourself and things like that. But when you live with like your family, you're busy, you have people around you, you have that support system and things like that. So it really just depends on your situation. So I know a couple of people who have been in that situation and in that kind of family, and then they want to leave but they can't, and because of their family have kind of stopped them in this situation, similar to the song, from leaving. And you if this is happening to you, you really just have to think to yourself, really analyze the situation and figure out, if this is, what's best for you, because it's different for every person and every situation. But it is wrong no matter what for that to happen, right? Nobody should be manipulating your decisions to stay or to leave. But I know I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, well, that's loving." The parents should make it easy for you, should make you feel comfortable and things like that. But there's a fine line between being helpful and just hurting someone's future. Hurting someone from doing things for themselves, or ruining their potential for great, if you leave the home, maybe you'll become, a future multi-millionaire or something, you never know. So I know every situation is different. I'm just like, when I planned this video, I had, everything set out, but this live thing is getting to, oh wow, I got one person now. Hello. Um, can you write something on, like, in the chat or something? Well, okay. And one person came on, so I just wanted to say hi to you. And I was just telling everybody about my song and, what it's about and everything. But I was going to wrap it up just now until you came on. I want to stay. I'm just going to see if they write me back. If you write anything. No? Okay, that's okay if you don't. So yeah, that's what the song is about. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And it inspires you to think about your own life and to maybe, if you're in that situation, to help you through it. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed that. The next video that I do will be about Tears, my song Tears, which is the last song that I wrote. And I'm going to explain that also. And it's probably going to be live, so I'll work on my nerves a little bit in front of the camera. Okay, so that is it for the video. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram, Music1AC, and on Facebook, I also have a music page, Music1AC. And oh yeah, I hope you guys like my hair. I got a new haircut for the new year. I did it at the end of the year for a change, a good change for the end of 2022, and then I started off with this great change, with this difference for the 23. And so yeah, I love it. I hope you guys do too. And I guess that's it. So yeah, look out for the Tears video, and follow me on the other sites, and watch my other videos. I have some toy videos. Right, I told you guys. Look, Barbie was my theme for my birthday this year, and this is one of my gifts. Um, and yeah, just enjoy, subscribe, and thanks for watching and tuning in. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. Bye.